Frank Gendusa joining us. Frank, always a pleasure and welcome. I hope you're well in these unusual times.
Everything's going fine, Ken. And, like you said, when you're 2-0, things feel a little bit better even.
Well, I certainly understand that. And first and foremost, congratulations. And secondly, we've had you on this show before, but, you were off out of state for quite some time after leaving the New Orleans area in Newman, and you came back for family reasons more than anything else, right?
I did. It was time. I was actually contemplating, just sort of taking it easy and maybe getting out of the coaching at that time. But I had a real nice opportunity at St. Martin's. Not only my grandson goes there, but our head of school, Dr. Sorrells, and I go back a long way. We work together at Newman, and it just seemed like the right time and the right fit for me. And I still love getting out on the field. I still love going to work every day, and it's been nice.
So, Coach, I ask coaches this a lot. What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
That's the whole issue and question that you have to answer to yourself, Ed, when when you're thinking about those things. And right now, I am just glad that I made the decision to stay on. I'm planning on going on for I hope a whole another handful of years, and really make this this sort of latter part of my career fun, exciting, and enjoyable. And that's what it's all about.
So why have you taken such a jump forward, Coach? What do you think's happened there?
I went over, and it was a rebuilding kind of process. It was a challenge, and I think that's one of the things I really like stepping up to, is having another challenge to deal with. And so I thought that was really good for me. Having a small school, going to a Class A school where our enrollment's about 185, you just don't have a lot of kids to choose from. And so I'm trying to build the program. I had 19 or 20 kids my first year. And last year I had, over that 25 mark. I got 30 dressed out this year. And hopefully we can get to that 35, 40 range. And I think the program will be pretty solid then. But it's a numbers game, as well as trying to get some quality kids who are both good athletes but also great students, because St. Martin's is a challenging school as it relates to academics.
Visiting with Frank Gendusa, head coach at St. Martin's Episcopal. The Saints are 2-0. And, Coach, you got a little bit of size, which obviously helps. I mean, that's something that typically is an issue for smaller school programs like yours, but you do have a little bit of size, right?
Yes, sir. This is the first time, Ken, in a while. I actually have 11 linemen, which, usually I'm having 5 or 6 linemen. We're trying to play everybody both ways. We're trying to balance offense and defense and make sure of, what's going on with everything. And so it's been a real challenge for me to, in the past, to be able to get, that solid offensive line or defensive line.
Frank, obviously you have some key players that have produced for you thus far this year. Garen Sparandillo has been good for you. I know Castaneda's done a good job for you thus far. Jonathan's been good. Kaheem Smith. Of course, Matt Menino is running the show. Grant Gendusa, of course, your own relative, had a big touchdown catch the other night. Talk about your players and the guys that have played well for you.
I have a handful of really nice seniors this year, as you said. Monty Lewis, who's taken over at our tailback spot right now, is just really doing a good job. He had 131 yards in the first game. He had another 93 or so in the second game. And then he's 6'2", 215 pounds. And then Jonathan Castaneda is right around 6 feet and weighs 250. And both of them can run. And we're sort of big backs for a small school. And then my little freshman, Kaheem Smith, he had a 40-yard touchdown run the other night on Thursday night. And I'm telling you, it was just something special to watch. He's got the kind of moves and speed that I haven't had at St. Martin's in the last few years. Gavin Sparandillo, he's playing more defensively right now, but he's like that third or fourth back, and he gets in there when we need to put him in, and I don't see a whole lot of drop-off. So we've been real fortunate with our running back situation. And then, my grandson is, he's 6'3", weighs 225. He catches the ball well. He blocks well. So, we're a tight end kind of laden team. We like running the football, but we can also run that play action pass stuff to him. And my little quarterback, I got to give him credit, Matt Menino. He's only a sophomore. I stuck him in at quarterback last year as a freshman. It was a real learning experience, but he's really come around too. So it's been a progression, and I think we're still on that growing side of things, but things are looking a lot better.
How much fun are you having, Coach?
Oh, I just enjoy going to work, Ed, every day. I mean, I don't care if it's Saturdays, Sundays, Monday, Tuesday. I get up in the morning early. I'm a 5:30 wake-up guy. I get rolling, and I just love going into work and working with kids. There's nothing better than, coaching and working with kids during the week and then watching them perform. I've been through the good times and I've been through the bad times, but it's just so rewarding. And, you don't get rich being a coach or a teacher. You're not going to have a whole lot of money or all the other things that you may be looking for. But I tell you what, deep down inside in your heart and all, I tell you, it's not a better place to be.
Frank Gendusa with us. And, Frank, you've seen, as well as anybody, being at a smaller private school, what it takes and that you can win. Newman was that situation, another good academic institution, smaller. You guys were able to win there consistently. So how much of that thought process and knowing what went on there have you brought with you to this job at St. Martin's?
Well, I was
because you had
fortunate.
a similar situation at Country Day where you were previously in Texas, right?
Absolutely. I had a very good coach when I worked for Coach Reginelli. And, Coach taught me a lot of things. And I got to give him a throw out. Coach Reg is in the hospital. He's a little worn out, but I talked to his son Reggie the other day, and he's doing better. But he was a great teacher for me. He taught you he taught me that kids could be successful in the classroom and also on the playing field. But what he taught me most was humility, caring, understanding the program you're in, and that there is that opportunity to be successful and get both of those things right. And of all the people I think that have influenced my life the most has probably been Coach Reg. I love him to death, and he's just one of those icons that you are very fortunate to have been around for a long time.
Coach, we wish you luck. We'll see you at the game on it's Friday night at 7, right?
Yes, sir, for Friday night 7. I'm hoping Centerville did okay through the storm. They located right outside of Morgan City, and I'm hoping everything went well with the school. I talked to Coach Millette a couple of days ago, and he told me he was going to ride it out, so I haven't heard from him today or anything, but I'm hoping everything went well down there for all of the people that suffered during that hurricane that came across town yesterday.
No question. Before we let you get away, the rest of the schedule, Coach, it looks to me like you have a chance to be very competitive. I'm looking at it. Riverside's obviously considerably better with the way they've played. With all due respect to Country Day, they don't look like they're quite as efficient as they were last year at this point, understandably so, with no Justin Ibieta. But the fact of the matter is, it looks like you have a chance to compete well and make some noise.
Well, we feel that way, and I think the kids, for the first time, I really think they believe that they're a team. Sometimes it just takes a little time for them to realize what you're trying to produce and what you're trying to put on the field. And they really are gelling as a team, and I think you're right. We got a chance to make a little noise, and we'll hope that we're playing on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Nothing would be better for us than to make a nice run and get into the playoffs and just wish for the best then.
Frank Gendusa, St. Martin's Episcopal, thank you so much for the time this morning. Keep up the great work, and we will be following. And, of course, we'll have live updates on our original Prep Football Report statewide Friday night from their game with Centerville at Tony Porter Field. Thank you, Frank. God bless you and yours.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Ken. See you guys later. Take care.
You got it. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Frank Gendusa, good early season story. And I think so. I think with the schedule they have,
yeah,
I think they have a chance to compete. I really do.
That'd be great. Good
So-
for him. You know, Frank's a good man.
Yep.
And you love to see good people have success, and we certainly are excited about the fact that he's having it.